Hey, happy 420, everybody. Truck's coming up. How we doing? Got it.
Yo, bro, I ain't never think that I would say this out of my mouth, but I miss you, Murphy.
It's you too, buddy. No worries now, though. All is good in the hood.
Bro,
How are you, my friend?
oh, let's not have that conversation. But I'm here. It's the jungle. Let's get it. Let's go. I have a lot of I got a lot of, I wouldn't say updates, but I got some shit to throw at the fan, and we're gonna see what sticks. Crolin, stop
You
laughing.
out? You out driving? Are you able to hold this cover?
Yeah, I can hold the co-host. I'm pulling up to the house right now, man. I've been home since Wednesday. So yeah, I'm able to hold it down, bro. I've been trying my best to hold it down because, bro, bro, just check the tapes.
I've had my DMs have been blowing up. A lot of concerns, a lot of love, a lot of different things. It's been an interesting week to say the least.
Interesting is not the word for it, but yeah, to say the least, yeah, it's one of those. Who just came up? Someone just came up. Nope, no one came.
No, no, just
That. What's that noise? That's a
rolling down
That's a frightening
it.
noise right there. Crowley doesn't stop, man. He says he's trolling the Chronos, but bro, I think he's just rolling on the floor, like laughing his
Rolling.
ass off. Like it's amazing. But yo, I'm literally pulling up to the house with some diff fluid. I'm a RC nerd, bro. I'm heavy in nitro remote control cars as well as electric cars, and bro, I've blown the diffs out on I've blown the diffs out on the car front and rear. And come to find out, I think it's just the diff fluid that I have in there. So we're gonna check that out, and hopefully I can post some speed run videos for you guys. I have a fairly small car that it hits 107 last time I checked. I'm gonna see if I can get it up to 110 today.
That's dope. Like what is the viscosity on Rc Diff fluid? Do you know? Like what's the thickness on that? Is it the same as a car?
Yeah, this shit says 60K.
60K. Wow. I'd have to even find out what that means.
Yeah, me
Because
too,
I'm
bro.
thinking like 19 weight.
Yeah, I have to look into it a little bit deeper, bro. But I've burned out what they call it, a 6 cell battery. Completely burned one of those. I caught one of them fuckers on fire the other night. I was running my Armor Felony, which is it's a hell of a car. It's a very strong vehicle. I mean, fresh out of the box, the thing smashes 70 plus miles an hour. I get this one up to about 125. But one of my buddies, he has one and he's hit 160 with it. So like I've been in competition with him trying to get everything rolling. But I'm finally at home, so I get to play with some of my toys and not focus on so much DeFi. I got to do a little bit of IRL and then dip back into DeFi so that I don't go crazy. But yeah, man, this is what I get to do, man. What have you been up to, man? Any shit outside of working your ass off?
Oh, Lordy, oh, Lordy. Yeah, life throws curve balls, don't it? Uh, so, fuck it, we'll just right into it. My 23-year marriage is over,
Oh shit.
and needed to take a knee and just regroup and see what figure out how I'm going to push forward.
Bro, why does it say you're muted?
My mic is on. Yeah. Here, let me like that.
It's all good. It's all good. But we got GDR pulling up.
Yeah, DDR.
Mr. Joe Q, my guy. Joe Q Crypto. That is my guy, bro.
Dude, you guys like the reason I jump up half the time just be a speaker is because like I listen to spaces and every like 10, 15 seconds it just cuts out and then it comes back. But if I'm a speaker, it doesn't. It's so weird.
Yeah, my Twitter does that too. A lot of people wonder why the hell I just pop up to a speaker, but 9 times out of 10, that just means that I'm actually trying to listen to what you have to say.
Yeah, the same here, man. And Jungle, keep your head up, bro. I don't know. I heard what you just said. 23 years or whatever. That's a long time, man. But keep trucking forward, brother.
Oh, it's Murph. It's Murph. If anyone doesn't know, yeah, that's who's behind the PFP. I just jumped on the Jungle Media to host the spaces.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, man. I give you my blessings either way, dude.
Thank you. It is what it is, and relationships will evolve to whatever they evolve to. We're all grown,
Well, yeah, we're always people that are growing and changing, so it's just the way life is, right?
That is. Got to roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. So what's new, Joe? What you got, buddy? Good talk to you.
Hey, I was gonna say it's what you got. It's tied up in your basement, and he's not to be let out until like Monday morning. Okay? We've been cycling him from place to place to place to place this whole week. He's your responsibility. Make sure he gets some water, his toothbrush, your choice on the soup, no soup, the whole 9 yards. If you've listened back to the last couple days, you'll understand what I'm saying. I'm sure most of the people in the group, hopefully they're getting a laugh out of this. And for anyone who's stepping in now, no, Murphy does not really have anyone tied up in his basement. I don't even think he has a basement. It's kind of a running joke, but we're going to keep it rolling, right, Truck?
I have a basement, and I'm not going to discuss how many people are tied up in my basement, but
You got to throw that word in, may or may not be tied up in the
may
basement.
or may not
Because,
be. Yeah, because this is a
yeah,
recorded space, and the federales definitely want to listen in to what we have to say.
it was kind of funny because I ran over to Sweepers and grabbed someone real quick and hustled them off. And he's like, dude, I hope you didn't get 21. 21 million was down there also. I was like, oh man, I got to pull the truck over and check now. You hate to do this crap when you're driving down the freeway because you never know who's watching.
Joe, I hope you have someone that you can speak to. I hope QD is that one.
I've got you,
Anytime you
Murphy.
need to
I've got
talk to
you.
somebody, buddy. No, I haven't listened back. When I say I took a knee, yeah, I put everything down. I needed to go in and find some things and come back out stronger. So that's what I did. And no, I don't know what the running joke is, but can you fill me in a little?
Yeah, Alpha is not allowed in the spaces and he kept trying to come in here and there. So someone may have metaphorically tied him up, and we've been shipping him from space to space. Whoever's hosting the space is in control of monitoring his water, his toothbrush, his daily needs. And then the next day, he's transported to the next person. So it's their responsibility. And if you remember the Silence of the Lambs, it puts the lotion on. That was part of the running joke. And from Seinfeld, no soup for you! That's part of the running joke. So whatever movie trivia tagline you can come up with that goes along with the lines of someone being tied up in the basement, toss them out there. Let's keep the joke going.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to be feeding anybody any water.
No water, man. That's the whole end of the show. Drink some water, you guys. You hear this? Murphy's gonna
If you heard the
withhold the
close,
water. Man, harsh.
if you heard the closing of yesterday's show, I don't recommend water. So, but this Lord, you got way too much time on your hands, Joe. We're no longer allowed to take any vacations. That's for damn sure. Not that I considered mine a vacation, but
Yeah, I told you guys before, when there's no spaces and I'm in that truck for 10 to 14 hours with nothing to do but get in my own head,
yeah, you need
you're
to
gonna
stay
be
out there.
surprised at what I come out with.
We need to keep Joe out of his head now. That's priority number one.
Probably stepping
So,
back.
what do we got going on this week? Um, as far as men's, like, how's the Chorus Mint coming, trucks?
The chorus mint is it's moving along. Community is growing slowly but surely. Um, yeah. But yeah, on to the next conversation, bro. I've been trying to keep myself from out of the dumpster. So next conversation, please.
There is a huge thing that kind of popped up last night in the jungle, and Alpha's been a huge proponent of this. Everyone keeps talking about we need to get some kind of calendar, some kind of events calendar. Who's doing giveaways? Who's doing the mints? Who's doing spaces? Well, our friend, I don't see him in here right now, Mr. Chronoballs, I believe works with like the school districts and stuff. Is like, why aren't we using Google Docs and a calendar, the Google Calendar, to set up who's minting, who's doing a space, and then giving rights to the project managers or project devs to add content to that calendar, and that way regular community users can jump in and see what's going on. They can select, oh hey, there's a space coming up and these guys usually do a bunch of giveaways. Oh wait, look, over here on this other calendar it says they're doing a giveaway for this project. Oh, and look, these guys are doing their minting. They're probably doing a giveaway. 3 different calendars with separate information all found in one spot, and each Discord can create a link to the calendar so everybody's has the ability to be up to date on what is minting, where is it minting, who's doing a giveaway, what are those giveaways, restrictions and so forth, what spaces are coming up, and not just today, tomorrow, next week, 2 weeks from now, like up to 30 days. And I believe there's at least 5 to 10 communities or devs that jumped on it immediately and forwarded an actual Gmail address to Chronoballs to be added to the list.
So, are you saying Chronoballs is heading this up?
I don't know if he necessarily wants to be the head of it.
Like, who's responsible? See, Joe, this is the only problem I have with any of your ideas is logistics.
It wasn't my idea. Let me toss that out there. It wasn't my idea.
Logistics, right? Logistics. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do the work?
So once a Google Doc is created and it's linked to a calendar, each individual, so Murphy, you would be someone that would send your itinerary or your Gmail or the Jungle Media Gmail to Chronoballs. You are now going to be the one that gets to go in and do the spaces. Hey, I'm going to do spaces on these days. You go on the calendar, you log it out. This is when I'm doing it. You can also at the same time see what other people are doing on the calendar on those days.
So let me ask. So is this kind of like a Microsoft Teams thing, but with a calendar?
Pretty much. Have you ever used Google Calendars?
No, I have not in any kind of public fashion, but I have used like my IRL job. We use Microsoft Teams, and that has a calendar that can be shared amongst different folks.
And people can add items to the calendar that
Right.
they are
Everybody else.
specifically involved in. They can delete them, modify them, but nobody else can touch them.
But now,
Same concept.
the only thing I don't think Microsoft Teams, I don't think you can like publish said calendar. You know.
Yeah, with Google Calendars, you actually can get it so that you can push it out and people can see it from the outside. And maybe that'll be one of the logistics that they actually have to overcome is how can the general public be granted access to view? And it may be that a role in the Discord gives you your access.
I think there's one person that would actually have the answer and the perfect way to implement all of this. And she starts on September 1st, and I will have a word with her.
Definitely. And I think Kronos Research actually has something similar going on. And it may be something that gets all kind of wrapped up and kind of pushed. I'm a huge proponent of do not recreate the damn wheel. We got a million of them out there. Find one that fits pretty close. Jump in and work with them. Maybe make a couple little modifications. And instead of having 1 million and one, we just have the 1 million that we already had.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea. I have got to find some roach clips. Bach is up here. What do you say, Bach?
Nothing much. Just enjoying the jungle. Yeah, I wanted to pull something at the top that was kind of dear to my heart. Today's day 31 of our protest of getting Crow C on the DAP. So it's a long protest, but I think liking and retweeting that can, we're here. But if I can get some support, that would be awesome. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful campaign. I saw Kronos Bay and what was it? What else is on there? I can't remember exactly. But yeah, that's absolutely. Everybody should support getting all of our dApps onto that.
Yeah, it's just, I think it's really unfair right now because, Agora is still on the DAP.
Right.
And it's just, maybe they could just, quickly replace Agora and Crow C to there. I think partly maybe it's just competitive. Maybe Crow C, the name is just too powerful. Who knows?
You think that might be it, Bob?
Unfortunately, that is not what it is, Bach. Like, I think we both understand that that is not what it is.
And what is it, Truck?
From our conversation last night, you know how I feel. It is, as Mr. Tuaday would say, it's daddy putting his foot down and showing his authority.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
It's very
Daddy flex.
unfair because, like I said before, I know for a fact that you have been here for 9+ months, 10 months, building and being one of the most active developers on the chain in Twitter Spaces, and actually being out here, speaking with the people and, you know, doing your best to make sure that you're showing the rest of the community that you're here to stay and you're here to work hard. So for, at Chris to kindly ignore the community's pleas for this DAP to be listed under the DAP section, it's kind of a spit in the face to the community. It's more than just a slap, it's a spit. It's a very disrespectful thing because without developers like yourself, without influencers or marketing executives or marketing, people like Alpha, myself, and Joe Q, this chain would not be where it's at. And to be ignored by at Chris, it is very fucking disrespectful. Excuse my French, but that's the only way that I'm able to put that. It is very fucking disrespectful.
Truck, real quick. Anyone who's ever done a little bit of research, the that comment that you made is not French. It's actually English, and it stands for file under carnal knowledge. So it's not French, it's English. But Hans Jenkins, Troopers Community Manager,
Whatever, Joe.
come on, boy.
First off,
Yeah.
I want to say to Murph, man, hey, what you're going through, man, a lot of us have gone through that. And, man, I know that's tough times. So, man, there's a lot of people here for you for that, okay? So just know that. Um, Troopers had a mint yesterday. A lot of y'all might have missed that because we don't get in the jungle and talk too often, but we minted out yesterday in 4 minutes on
I
a
missed it. I
day.
set my alarm. I gave a shout out in the jungle yesterday so that people wouldn't miss it. I
Yeah.
still missed it.
So we did the first utility token mint on Ibisu Bay yesterday, and you could mint with either Crow or our utility token, our troops token, and we minted out in 4 minutes. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So we had a blast. We were in spaces all day yesterday. It was a long day, but it was awesome, man. And for all that came out and supported, thank you. And for those who didn't, I'm sorry you missed out, but there's more to come. And also, Joe, I wanted to say, man, on the thing where you're talking about a calendar or something, we've talked about this again and again and again and again. Alpha has talked about this for the last 6 months almost. Man,
Exactly.
why don't we start talking about like a collective discord?
Jenkins, before we
That's
get a little bit too far off of the conversation, I don't mean to cut you off. All due respect, Mr. Joe Q, again, we touched something that's very valuable to this community, and I don't want it to get washed away and just swept under the rug because we have been here working hard, and I understand the troopers community has been here working their ass off as well. But when it comes down to being recognized and being put on the forefront with the rest of these projects that are getting the utmost respect and the utmost push from at Chris and the rest of that team, we were discussing the fact that we have people that are here that are working their ass off to build shit and they are getting pushed under the rug. So we can continue with that conversation if y'all feel, or we could step right back to what we were originally talking about before that conversation got swept under the rug for a project that has minted out, has minted again, and is now again minting again. I'm standing up for the small guys and the, excuse me, what's the best way for me to put this? For the people that are here working their ass off and being left with the fucking crumbs. So, with that being said, can we figure out why in the hell is it day 31 and we're not getting any type of response? Because yes, we can sit here and shill projects and we can shill what's coming up next, but none of that shit matters if big brother or daddy, so to speak, can come in and just say fuck everything that we've been working hard for.
Truck,
Excuse my language again, y'all.
I'm sorry,
why-
Truck. I was just answering the question that the host
No,
asked.
it wasn't it. It wasn't
He
at you.
asked
I'm
the
sorry.
question, what was up, what was minting. I was answering him. I'm sorry I offended you.
No, you didn't offend me. It wasn't again. It's not against you. It's not against It's not against troopers. It's not against anyone. But there was a conversation that was being had.
I also came up before Bach and put my hand up
Is
and
there
was
a
ignored
problem that I just
as
spoke up?
usual.
Is there a
It's
problem that I
all
just?
good.
Is there a problem that
Just
I
let
just
me
spoke
speak
up?
my piece
All right,
for two
speak your piece.
seconds,
I'm
Truck.
gonna step the fuck
Good
away.
Lord.
Good Lord, there's a problem because, again, we have a project that has minted more than one time that is getting all of the attention when we have someone that is working their ass off to make things happen. And that whole situation just got swept under the rug because someone asked a question about a project that has
Okay.
already made
And
Okay.
nobody
hundreds of
Okay.
thousands
Truck.
of
Truck.
dollars.
and
Truck.
nobody
Jingle.
else is
Truck.
working hard, Truck. And
Everybody,
nobody
calm
else is
down.
working hard.
Look. 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 This. What in the fuck? Like,
Exactly.
calm
Okay,
down, everybody.
okay,
We're
exactly.
having a
I'm going to
conversation.
step myself down
Can't
because
keep.
I
Don't step
understand
down.
that.
Chill, bro. You're good. Don't step
No, I'm going
down.
to
Yeah.
step myself
You don't have to.
down because what I'm speaking on is a huge issue, and I understand that Troopers is moving and they're moving units, but we have a project and we have a marketplace that is being shitted on. And when we start talking about it, someone asks a question and we just say fuck what they were talking about. Excuse my language again. I'm worked up because I'm here working my ass off as well as other people working their ass off to
Yeah.
just get
And he
spoken
was called
over
on,
and
bro.
ignored.
He. No one's ignoring you. I actually talked to you and asked you about the mint, and then he was called on, bro. And everything you just took out on him is kind of
I didn't, and
unwarranted.
I did not. I apologized before I even spoke, and I said, you know, it's nothing against troopers or anyone, but Box spoke on something. I went to go ahead and just tap in a little bit into that, and the conversation just completely just got washed over like it meant nothing.
Well,
No
I don't
offense
think it meant
meant to you,
nothing. I think we
Truck.
could have came back to it. Like it we could have came right back to it. We got plenty of time.
I'm gonna slide back down to listener where I believe I need to be. You
No,
guys have a great day.
I'll slide back down. I'll slide down. You
Hang,
finish
hang
what you
on,
want to do.
guys. But before anyone, actually, Truck already slid back down. But now, before anyone slides back down, the reason I shifted the conversation and handed the mic over to Jenkins is because when WTF was asked about the stuff, he made some comments and he's like, "Well, I can't really talk about it right now, so I'm just gonna hold my peace." Now, to go back to WTF and Box conversation, the one thing that we can do as a community to show Big Daddy that he can play his games, but we can play our games too. The best thing that you can do as the underdog when the big dog is trying to push you down is keep trucking forward, make shit happen, and prove that from the ground up, you're not going to hold me down. So these projects like Troopers that are doing exactly this, and I believe Troopers has already made contact with Bach about coming over to the Croce aspect. If I'm overstepping my things, I apologize, but I swear I heard this just in the last couple days. This is what we're talking about. How do we consolidate? How do we show the big guy that you're not going to push us around? This is how. Now, Truck, your project may have you down a little bit right now, and I understand that. There are probably at least 30 or 40 projects right now that are slow. They have slow momentum. You know, as the community, as a member of the community, I try to throw these out there all the freaking time. And I was going to get with Murphy and Alpha. It's like, hey, Can we have a channel on the Discord that is just who's currently minting? What are we doing? And like I said before, almost guaranteed everybody who's minting has some kind of giveaway. I do the giveaway stuff in the jungle. Nobody's sending me any information on what their giveaways are. I can't post stuff up. A lot of the stuff in the jungle giveaways happens so freaking fast. I can't even get stuff posted up. Where these calendars come into effect, the question was asked, how can we get a community kind of Discord thing going on? A lot of people don't want to combine their Discords with another person, but these Google Docs, these Google Calendars actually aid in that exact thing, where this Google Calendar isn't going to be just one project. It's going to be all projects. But each project is over what information they put on the calendar and how they edit it. I'm going to step back. Peace and happiness to everybody. Let's take this in a positive direction.
Look, this is I don't know if anybody's been looking at the markets. I mean, you can ignore NFTs in this aspect and just look at the markets. The stock market, the crypto markets, like everything took a dive yesterday. Everything's going to you. The only thing that was green was USDC and USDT. You got the freeze that Tether is pulling. So there is a lot of macro factors going on. There's nobody's minting, nobody's uh uh putting fiat into crypto right now. Like, everyone just needs to take 3 deep breaths, continue to build. If your project, not pointing on any fingers at anyone, this is a general statement to all across every project. If your project is dependent on the funds of the mint, I get it. You're at a stalemate. Do what you can, build where you can. There's always something more to do. Just ask me if you're confused about that. Like, I've got a plethora of things that don't cost money in the background that have to be done. So 3 deep breaths, continue to build. All of that effort will be rewarded in the end. This is not a time to go at anybody's throat. Sure, daddy's coming in. He's going to come in. Walmart's going to push their way into every little town they can until it's not profitable for them anymore, and then they'll move on. Their businesses. Why are they not in here? They don't need to be in here. They've spent plenty of money on advertising to get other people to look at them. They don't need our attention, right? So they don't care about your opinion. They don't care about my opinion. Just do what you do. You'll be rewarded, because there's always folks out there like me that love to go into the little shops that are owned by, a dude down the street, and it can make things the way I like them. And we build a relationship one-on-one. Like, there's nothing like that kind of experience. Okay. You walk into Super Target, you're not going to get that. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Chink?
Just want it to be very clear that I meant no offense to anybody.
Just want to pull up real quick and apologize, Jenkins. Again, that wasn't directed towards you. GDR wasn't directed towards you, Mr. Joe Q. You know I love you like the big brother I never had. Murph, it is what it is. You know you my guy. It wasn't about me and my project, the mint, none of that, because again, I'm not in it for the money. The majority of that mint proceeds goes directly back into the community, is being injected into the liquidity. I'm speaking on the simple fact that once we start bringing up a serious issue, it's very easy for someone to bring up something and the entire conversation gets swayed away from the serious issue that all of us are here and we have all been working our ass off to try to fix these issues. So once we start discussing these issues and a project gets asked a question, a project that has been a successful project gets asked a question, the entire conversation on a serious issue that we are all here to conquer completely gets rubbed under the rug. And that's something that has been rubbing me the wrong way for a matter of months. And again, I apologize. I know I came off very hot, but I'm a very hot-headed person for a reason, because I'm passionate about what I'm here to do. So again, I apologize, and I thank you guys for your time. I am gonna go ahead and just remove myself, but thank you guys for your time.
Thanks, Truck. Appreciate it. I'll step back down, guys. That's all I had to say, man. I appreciate the time.
What in the world is going on around here? Come back to this? Jeez, I just want to hang out with my friends.
Don't worry, you guys. Everything's gonna be cool. Just keep trucking forward. The projects that are doing double and triple mint out, it is what it is. Maybe they've been around longer, maybe they have a stronger community, maybe they're buying out their own NFTs. You never know what's going on. But as long as you just keep pushing forward, I think everybody's gonna be good in the end. Just unite around each other. I think that's like the common goal here, in my opinion. Like if we're talking about the big guy and we're the little guy, if we're the little guy, like we really just got to unite. And I'm sitting back and I'm waiting for everybody to keep coming into Kronos and keep finding the good projects and just keep uniting. So, but I get the frustration, Truck. I get it, man. I get the frustration. Talking about Crocy not getting the representation that it deserves. I think that it deserves more, more representation. But, it is what it is. And I don't think Bach's going to stop pushing forward. And, as long as you just keep pushing forward and you got your goal in mind and you got good intentions, I think the community will rally around eventually. We're very small still.
I'm going to add on to that. Like I said just a moment ago, we cannot force CDC or any of these guys to put us on their DApp section. What we can do is create a community so strong that the overall demand is deafening, and these guys are out there to make money. If you have a huge chunk of the market demanding something, they're going to more than likely kind of tuck their tail and kind of make it look like, well, the only reason we're doing this is because you're begging us. But in reality, it's the community saying, make this shit happen. We're tired of playing around. That's just my viewpoint, and it's a viewpoint that is splattered all across the world in economic situations. A lot of people say, well, we want the price of gas to go down, so we're just not going to drive for a week. Guys, every single person across the world would have to do that to affect the price. It's not going to happen. But Bach posted something up. He's got a protest thing going, and you throw some likes, retweets, whatever behind this protest, and it spreads and spreads and spreads. It goes viral. That's the shit they start paying attention to. That's the shit that gets money pushed behind it, acknowledgement pushed behind it. Stepping back.
No, and you need to stay on top of it, right? So you give it 3 or 4 days and you go back and you untweet it and retweet it again and go through the whole process one more time. Throw more comments on it. Like if it's the one tweet on Twitter that has more interactions than anyone else in a month's time, no one can ignore that.
Definitely. And that's where the algorithm starts to step in and say, oh, crap. Let's push this up a little higher. Let more people see it outside the smaller circle. Let's push this up to a bigger circle, a bigger circle, a bigger circle, bigger circle. And all you have to do is go in and add another comment to it. Spreads it out even more. I think, and I made the comment the other day about blocking someone. Don't block people. Deleting a comment, I think, does kind of the same thing. It acts as a negative in the algorithm. Just add another comment to the chain. You don't have to create a thread, just create another comment to the chain, and it boosts that algorithm just a little bit more.
Right. Exactly. Everyone, you should know if you're going to use a platform, kind of dig a little deeper and know how it works, right? That Twitter algorithm is insane. Like, I truly don't even understand it fully, but I do know that there is one there, and that the more interactions that something gets, you could just look at the little analytics tab on each tweet. If it's tracked, then you know that is what you want to do. You want to do each one of those as many times as possible. Gabriel's up here. What's up, Gabe? How are my gnomes?
Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Jungle Fam? How are we?
Oh, we are making it.
That's great to hear, my man. I'm making it as well, rolling up.
Oh yeah, I got me two adolescents, a boy and a girl. They're beautiful, beautiful. I've got one more, but I've been hesitant, right? I'm kind of holding off. There isn't a deadline, is there?
Oh, no, there's no deadline. And this is a permanent choice, so I think you're doing a smart move to hold off a bit. Because it's very permanent. Once you
Oh,
have grown it up, they are gonna be grown up. You
right,
can't
right.
change
It's
that.
gone. It's gone. It's so
Yeah.
fun though.
Yeah, it is. We're currently having some issues with the breeding contract, but we are looking into fixing it. And my developer has been having a break, so he's been off for a while. And this happened at the perfect timing, of course. But we're looking into it, and we'll have a solution probably by next week.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Yeah, it's Chronos, right? We're embedded with issues. They don't fall on deaf ears. That's for sure. What's up, my man?
Like you, we are pioneers. Oh, sorry, Texas.
No, that's
Hello.
absolutely correct. We are pioneers. You're right. And we got to test out the software before it goes live, which you know, low key, I think is going to happen on the birthday. But yeah, man. What's up, Texas?
Not too much. I was just going to comment on the last topic about how if you're doing like that campaign to get hold of someone's attention, to cross platform and attack in different social media mediums, like uh, contact them through Instagram, contact them through Discord. Sometimes, if I'm trying to get a hold of Alpha or Murphy, it's easier to get through them in Discord rather than on Twitter or even directly via email. It does. I understand the visibility of being on Twitter and retweeting and commenting and making a thread that looks really impressive and active, but sometimes it's just a lost message. Hope for the very best. I want to see Bach on the DAP as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, it's only fair, right? The most decentralized platform should be on the DeFi wallet. Absolutely, I'm completely and utterly 100% support that. There should be no reason. I mean, tofu, just like he says, right? Tofu's on there. There's no excuses. If anything else is just uh somebody being a butthole, in my opinion.
What do you think about attacking other people, like maybe Eric Node or some of the less secondary lieutenants? Chris might not even look. Just try to spitball
Exactly.
ideas.
Right. No, absolutely, and I think the multi-platform idea is genius. If every time that they log into their any of their mediums, right? You don't know, Chris's favorite might be Instagram, the other guy's might be Facebook. You don't know what it is. So if you're bombarding them on all fences, it's like that movie Shawshank Redemption. Two letters a day. One letter a day.
I know Chris has.
Uh oh, Texas, did we lose you, buddy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know at one point Chris was Chris HK, like Chris Hong Kong, I think. Uh, you know, and I think he bought at Chris, so he might still be checking that secondary account if you look at that.
There you go. And it's just another hashtag or just another at in your tweet. What's going on, Sweeper?
Hello, Jungle Media. Hello, Texas. Who is the Sweeper character? Is that monkey that's been chasing me through the jungle all day? He really is a disgusting monkey. He's been chasing me. I was in Martech space, and he came in there, and he was yelling and screaming about God knows what. How are you guys doing today? Jungle Media, would it be okay to maybe, throw Sweeper off my trail if I posted something to the top?
Have at it, my friend.
Thank you kindly. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that monkey could be a real pain in the tail.
He really is. He's been chasing me all day. He was at Martech space. He was giving out my cubs, the Kronos Tigers from Kronos Bay, and I don't appreciate that.
Say you don't, huh?
No, he's just been giving them out all over the jungle, and they're my cubs. And we're a pack together. And that monkey better mind his own business. If he comes through here, you better tell him to lay off.
Well, it's a recorded space. I'm sure he can listen back. Or listen back.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you, Jungle Media.
Wow, that one really was dry. That one really was dry.
It's too funny. What a great Saturday coming up on our next 420. Super dope. I wanted to take a second and I see a lot of folks have hit me in the DMs lately, and it's heartfelt, like really, really nice stuff. And it's amazing because y'all don't know me. I don't come up here. I try not to talk too much. I have had to lately, just for updates and things like that. But I'm really not a post space material. I'm more of a in the background kind of worker. But I appreciate all the love I've gotten in the DMs. It truly does hit you right in the chest. We all go through stuff in real life, and it is what it is. But I've also made promises and I've made dedications, and I told Alpha that I'd be here for him for whatever he needed, because I just want to see him succeed, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there for him. But it's good stuff. So now we got Sweeper's coming up. We better deliver that message. What up, Sweeper?
Hey, Murph, how you guys doing? Hey, Gabe, Joe,
doing
Q.
good, buddy.
Did you guys remember to season your steaks and pollinate on Bloomify? And what's going on
You
with
know
the
what?
internet
I
today,
do
Murph?
remember, but no one has said it yet today here, so I
Joe
appreciate you bringing it up.
Come on, my guy. Oh
Yeah,
my
right. He's
God.
been slipping.
Hey, I wanted to give it at least to the first or second 420 before I threw it out there. We try to get into a rhythm, a set time at a 420 is actually a really good time to hit that. So I'm going to step back and wait till the 420, then I'll shout it out.
So Sweeper came up here and kind of sweeped your thunder.
He stole my thunder, man. Check this shit out.
And Joe Q, where's my horn honk? Like, what's going on? I see that pesky Kanga Tiger guy's been through here again. Gee, man, he's been everywhere. He was in Martech space earlier. Like, what did he say? Did he do anything crazy? Chrono Balls, how you doing, my guy? Box in here, Chrono Bass. Man, we got the
He
whole
came in
crew.
here talking about you. That's for sure. He don't appreciate you giving away his Cubs.
He's fast. He's jumping in all these spaces, just trying to. I don't know what he's trying to do, but he's a crazy dude, man. Absolutely. Kronos Bass is in
You
here.
must
Bach, it's good to see you. Sorry, Murphy. What's up? Oh, how you doing? Actually, how's everything?
you everything's going well. Everything's going well. You came in a little hot there. Uh, got a little spicy earlier, so we're just trying to keep the tone down a little bit.
I
So
love it.
yeah, Chronoballs did just pop up. What's up with you, my guy? Missed you, buddy. How's things going?
Doing good, man. You know how it is. Gotta keep putting in that work. I was working on a little promo video for the space tomorrow. New at messing with all that stuff, so we'll see how it looks. What up,
That
Joe
is
Q?
too dope. I'm super dope. I'm excited for your space tomorrow. I saw it and set a reminder myself. So I can't wait to go there. That'd be so dope. I don't think we're gonna host a space tomorrow. Uh, from the jungle. We'll give it a day break and give all of our attention to Chronoballs and his efforts because it's an amazing project. He is an amazing person, and if any of you know me longer than a day, you know I don't invest in projects. I invest in people. Um, I flip projects, right? But I hold my folks close. So I can't wait for your space tomorrow. And
Two things, Chronoballs. One, how did the raid go last night? I was not able to participate. I actually got done with my farm chores, come in, laid down, and knocked the hell out. Woke up with my headset wrapped around my neck and cutie taking my phone out of my hand. Actually had to kind of wrestle it out of my hand to put it on the nightstand. Second question is, can you give these guys a little bit of a rundown on the Google Docs and the calendars stuff? Everyone's asking questions, and you've got more info than I do.
Yes, sir. So going to the Google Calendar stuff, I added Sweeper to it, and I'm trying to set up all the permissions and stuff. I'm asking all the project leads to go ahead and shoot me their Gmail account so I can add them so they can have edit rights and they can go ahead and start scheduling their stuff on there. We're gonna try it that way. If people get crazy and start, adding and deleting other people's stuff, then we'll have to lock it down and make it centralized.
So with that, because I teach middle school and we have to share Google Docs and Google Workspace with a bunch of people, there's a way where if someone does something catastrophic, you can go back to an earlier edition since it's all cloud based. But
Correct.
if you're going to share your Google stuff, make sure if you're going to start a project, create a Gmail that's specifically only for your project and not one that's personal that could eventually be leaked. So, make whatever project at gmail.com and make that not connected to your wallet just for an added layer of security.
That is correct. And yeah, I work in the IT department for our school district, and we're a Google district as well. So I'm pretty good at that stuff. As far as the raid last night, we had fun, man. And I'm gonna get away from the word raid because we got called out for it. Because when you raid spaces, you go in, you make noise, and you leave, and that's definitely not what we were trying to do. We ended up in a space there where they knew nothing about Chronos, and what my initial goal was for it was achieved. We wanted to get out there, jump in as a community into spaces, and just let them know what we're about over here. And it was really interesting. We got asked a lot of questions about the technical side of Chronos and the DeFi wallet and the difference between Chronos beta, and we gave them a good bit of education as to what it is and what we're doing, the whole EVM, and we even talked about the jungle, hop, swap, Crocy, everything, man. It was pretty cool. Sweeper was there with me, Kuka down there, D. was there as well, and I think we rode about 8 to 10 deep for a little bit there, and it it turned out pretty good, man. It was amazing, and it's definitely something I'm gonna schedule to do again.
We
Yeah,
did come in a little bit hot. But so, if you guys as a community are going to do it, go in there, everybody wear the same PFP, but once we started getting going though, like we learned a lot, they learned a lot. And Joe Q, I'm so sorry for cutting you off, my guy.
not a problem. I was just going to say, if you guys have listened, I actually live in Utah, and we usually have teams of 2 to 4 missionaries come around and knock on our doors. I'm not sure a missionary thing would be appropriate. Maybe envoys. You're trying to get away from the raid name. Give me a couple days. I'm sure I can figure out
Dude,
what to actually
Chronoballs had a
really call it.
perfect name. What was it you called it last night?
It was oh Lord, I forgot now. It started with a Z, a C.
I forget, but it was a really, really good name. Yeah, the raid was bad, and it was funny because one of the members of the event there, they went on to Chronoball's thing, saw the tweet. They're like, they came to raid us. These guys are a bunch of Chronoball pirates, and that wasn't the case. We all wanted to just go in there. Give them some alpha on what's going on Chronos, because they had no idea. We had guys from Polygon, Solana, a lot of ETH. The host had like 25,000 well, it was a lot of followers. It was a crazy amount of followers, and it was a really cool space, and I had a lot of fun. And I think we should definitely organize and do stuff like that as a community again, for sure.
I agree, man. I think the goal was achieved, and you know what's funny? We hardly talked about Chronoballs. We talked about the project a little bit, but it was more geared to Chronos and the blockchain and getting people over and trying to bridge a gap with another group of people, because all these big host spaces, they have their followers, and if we can start doing that and sort of pulling them over here every once in a while, that's how we grow our community. And I'm gonna schedule it again for next Friday, and let's give it another shot and see what happens.
So if you guys are around, so 10 p.m. EST next Friday, hop in with Chrono Balls. It really was amazing. Texas, I know you have your hand up, and I'm sorry for interrupting. You got the floor, my guy.
No worries. Just finish your spiel, and then the next person go. So I was thinking of doing, a Saturday night sports talk thing, and with Chrono Balls and maybe Tim Cook and some other people who are interested in sports, and trying to onboard the Twitter baseball scene and the Twitter football scene, because it's coming really soon, and there's going to be a lot of people who just want to talk sports, but still using our PFPs as a way to onboard, and then just casually slip in every now and then. This is an opportunity to meet other people and improve your finances, not financially or advice, but it's just something that we also do.
Yeah, man, let's do it. Especially with football season around the corner, here starting, preseason started. I think that's a great segue to reach out to other communities, right? It doesn't just have to be a crypto community. We gotta reach out and touch everybody in general, one way or another. So you can put me down for that. I mean,
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's what it's all about, making them connections, bringing in the real life stuff. It's all about, getting the word out. That's the only problem is people just don't know, you know. Uh,
yeah, man, you're talking about 4% of the population is in this. We got a lot of work to do, and we gotta do it, man. We just gotta keep doing it. That's the only way to keep growing. Gotta stop pulling money from our projects from each other and sharing each other's money back and forth. We need to get new people in here.
Exactly.
We're here first for a reason, right? So
John
let's
Boy,
do it.
right? Chronos Ball, John Boy, Twitter. He has like 100,000 followers, and he kind of started the baseball Twitter. It's like, is Pujols going to get his 700 home runs? The sports talk radio is something that is so easy to mimic into the Twitter space.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because the Yankees are looking good, so we can start on that segue. They're a hot topic, so let's go.
Yeah, man. And happy 420, everybody.
Yeah, we made it.
Because
Made it to the
everyone
show.
wants a little alpha on the baseball and know who to gamble on. At least that's for me. That's how I got into crypto, wanting to know about the football games, the baseball games.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got loaded companions up here. What's up, my dude?
Hey, what's up, y'all? I heard you guys were talking about the football, and I was wondering if you guys heard of or saw that DraftKings commercial. It's like Kevin Hart. There's something about like an NFT fantasy league. Is I think
Yes.
the Texas? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Your team's on a fantasy card, and it's like you buy the NFT, and like your quarterback, you don't draft it. You kind of yeah, it's luck of the draw. You might get Roethlisberger as your quarterback. You might get Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback, and then those become like the point system, which is awesome.
This is
yeah.
that Kevin Hart commercial that's going on right now.
Let me. I'll make a post about it real quick. Give me a second.
I'm pretty sure I saw a Kevin Hart commercial. He's like talking over top of the team members, talking about you're all my NFT draft, or whatever.
Yeah, yep. That's the one I'm talking about. Yep.
Week 1 of the college football season is the easiest week to make money when it comes to picking games. Don't parlay, pick one game. And remember that Vegas is only making a line to get equal action on both sides.
Yep, they're gonna. It's that same thing that I was talking about last week. The socios.com. That's at Chili's coin. That they're doing that stuff, right? And it's all the European soccer teams and things like that. They got their favorite players. I learned it off of watching Coin Bureau videos. He talks about it a lot, and I mean it's a nice little token. I think it's going to do very well. I wish that the NFL, what is that called again? Draft picks or the
DraftKings.
NFT DraftKings. I wish they had a token. That'd be good. What's up, Joe?
Hey, I was gonna say we just hit the 420. If you have not seasoned and or served your steak, you might want to jump in and do it. I posted a post from the Steakhouse Grill Rally. There is still today and tomorrow, I believe, to get in on the rally. There are some great entry points to be included into these rallies. Read the article. If you feel so inclined, step in. If you're serving your steak today and you're looking for something to do with your rewards, dropping them back in the rally is one possibility. Getting a dark node is one possibility. Getting a hop LP is one possibility. Getting a Bach Thunder LP is one possibility. When you do this, you are creating internal, external funding for the projects that are involved. So the Thunder Dark, 2 projects involved. The Bach Thunder, 2 projects involved. The Hop, 2 projects involved. The Steakhouse, well, kind of being a little selfish there, but we'll take it. That's just the Thunder project that is really going to be progressing with that. Yeah, I guess we can throw a bone to the Steakhouse. They're going to get a little umph from it also, but primarily it's going back to the Thunder. If you're in the Bloom project, you haven't really heard me shill a lot about it, and I'm not going to shill a lot about it until a bunch of the bugs are worked through, but it is still paying 1% a day. Make sure you pollinate, get a good cycle going. I believe they're implementing their new tax situation. If you pollinate 7 days in a row, your pollination aspect because every transaction incurs a fee is 5%. If you do the 6-1, it's 10%. You know, we all look at the bottom line. You know, we'll do some more research down the road. And I know there's some stuff out there about the Bach Thunder LP and claiming before you hit 66 days, make sure you've gathered all your rewards. I'm still waiting for someone on the Bach side to let me know, am I supposed to be doing this daily or should I let it ride out to 5 to 7 days? And I
Yeah,
think they
like
were alluding
weekly
to
would be
7
good.
days.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so weekly would be good or every second week. But yeah, at that 66 days, you got to make sure you get that last harvest in. And then at any point in time after that, you can take that LP out, you can turn it back into Crow, turn it into USDC, turn it into Thunder, and you can do what you want with it. But yeah, so every week, every second week, whenever it makes financial sense. But yeah, there's as long as you do it before the blocks reach zero, which it is 1 million blocks, it's about 66 days. You'll be good to go. So yeah, thanks, JoQ.
You're up, Murph.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I was trying to come back. Sorry about that. What's up, man? I see you come up. You got something? No.
Loaded, how about a little more info? I know I keep pushing it out there about the stuff that you got coming up and the Thunder NFTs being whitelisted into the process or mint passed into the process. You want to give your spill on it? Do you
Yeah, man.
have? There you go.
All right, cool. Yeah, so for those of you guys that don't know, my name's Citadel Keys. Been in crypto since about 2017, NFTs since about November, and we're setting up a DAO here to increase the exposure of the Chronos chain. Basically, what Joe's talking about is we've got some mint passes for all the jungle token holders. And what that'll allow you to do is it's going to allow you to mint one loaded companion for free. So basically, you'll have to go to a website. Your wallet address will be already on the list. So it'll be like whitelist or whatever you want to call it. And you'll go claim the mint pass. I'm pretty excited. It's pretty cool art. So I hope you guys will like that. And then couple days later, or after a certain period of time, you'll be able to come back and mint the companion, probably about maybe like a week later. I'm not sure. I'm gonna feel it out, kind of thing. And then the cool thing is these mint passes are gonna have like a lot of utility in our roadmap. So we're gonna have what we're gonna call the Foundry, which is basically gonna be a pretty cool, for you, like it's gonna be a breeding dApp where we're gonna showcase artists, and we're gonna airdrop red, green, blue crystals to the holders, and then you'll have to have like an assortment of the crystals or whatever to get some of the art. And then we're also gonna have a faucet. This is, I think, where like most people are probably gonna like. This is gonna be, well, like a faucet where basically you just like go to the website. It's gonna read however many loaded companions you have in your wallet, and it's going to give you X amount of rewards. The cool thing is with these mint passes, those are going to give you a bonus kind of thing. It's going to make the faucet extra leaky, so to speak. And they're also going to be universal if you do choose to use them for any of the art, stuff like that. They're kind of, well, I don't want to give too much away, but they're multicolor, you know what I mean? And then there's the red, green, blue. So the multicolor ones are universal. So that's pretty much that.
Someone was saying that if you have more than one Thunder token, you can split those out into separate wallets and actually get 1-for-1 for every Thunder token you actually have, as long as it's in a separate wallet.
Yeah, definitely do that. I would try not to take too long on it. I looked a day or two ago. I think there was like 314 um, wallets or something like that. So the dev is going to be back in town. I think he gets back in town or off vacation on Sunday. So I'm going to give him a day, you know what I mean? I'll message him on Monday, see what's up. But we're probably going to, like, you know, take that. It's probably not really like a snapshot. We're going to start probably compiling um, on Monday. We'll get that all ready to go. Though, you know, I think the website and the minting website and all that's ready to go, or at least it should be from what he was telling me. So yeah, I think we just got to get those addresses, and then also speaking on all that, you know, Chronos balls up here. Everyone knows they're banging. So anyone that missed a mints of Chronos balls between 230 and 300 also gets a mint pass. So we had an open channel in our Discord where you could just go in and post your address, you know, but we closed that up. So then, you know, we hooked up with Chronos balls because they're basically, I think, like one of the best projects on our blockchain. You know what I mean? And yo, just speaking of them, they're getting the 1003 the charity thing, y'all. So at the like at the end of the year, like where do you guys think we're gonna be making? Like where I'm gonna be making some donations to Chronos balls. You know what I'm saying? So
5013C.
503C. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, as soon as that's something special we have for our blockchain, y'all. Like I don't know,
That
like
that's not talked about quite yet enough, right? Because it ain't tax season. Wait till that time comes around. Everybody's gonna be your best friend, Chrono.
yeah.
I do have a follow-up question for you, Loaded. And do you have a price or an estimated price on your mint coming up?
Yeah, so you know, right now I've got everything put out for like 125 Crow. The way it was set up, it would be where if you minted five of them at a time, you're gonna get 125 right back. That was just the way the dev was able to code it. Um, and yeah, you know, I guess you know, I was as of now, that's the plan. You know, Murphy was scaring me earlier when he's saying like nothing's minting, and I'm like, oh man, like you
Well,
know,
I'm
it's like
gonna
it's
not tossing anything away from you. I'm gonna toss a little piece out there, guys. If you don't have a Thunder token and you're looking for some Thunder tokens and you want to get in on this, Loaded, there are some on the Crocy, which is a supporter of the jungle, and it sounds like if you were to buy a floor NFT, I think they're going for about 420, and then you get a free loaded companion once they do their mint. You really only paid 300 for the NFT, so you ended up getting one for free. And to do a shout out for WTF, last I heard, and this is the last thing I heard, is if you minted 3 of the Chorus, he's going to send you a Chrono Balls. You know, you probably want to verify that with Truck. I don't want to step over my bounds. Kronos Ball may be able to verify this, and maybe that offer has been rescinded. So prior to making that purchase, reach out, find out from Truck if it's still going on, and that helps support both the Chorus and the Chrono Balls. Stepping back.
Yeah, and that's good info. And if you do the math, right, so you know you're gonna get 3, and then a free one, and then with that one you're gonna get a free mint. So I mean, it's just like a collective one on top of the other benefit, right? That's what I love about Cronus balls. You can't go wrong with those. What's up, Loaded?
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to add one more thing. For some of you guys that know, we've been kind of hosting like a little like I don't know Solidity kind of screen share in the Discord. I found this cool thread a couple days ago by this dude NFT God. It basically talks about like there's like I think 10 to 15 different like topics. It says Java, HTML, React, Python, Solidity, full stack, Rust, Swift, Unity. So there's like a video associated with each of those, and just kind of little update. I'm going to be doing one of those per day, if anyone's interested in watching them with me.
You're still doing those, right? You've been doing those for a few minutes, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, like, not too long, like 30, 40 minutes a day. I'm not trying to, like, clog up, like, my brain and just sit there for
But
hours, you know what I
how do
mean?
you just so I know, like, I mean, how do you feel about it? How do you like the content? Like, are you learning some stuff? What do you think of it?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think, like, personally, like, when I'm gonna, like, right now I'm trying to stream it and build a library for Twitch so people can at least, like, go back and watch it at their leisure. But when I'm gonna kind of go back through it and then have like the course up on like another screen, like set this other kind of laptop I have up or whatever, and then like kind of pause it, you know what I mean, and type along with them, you know what I mean, and like actually do it by hand
Yeah,
instead of just
absolutely.
kind of watching it.
I saw on YouTube there's a Cosmos channel that it's called Code with Us, and it's like a long video, like an hour or some half long, but it's your that's what it's designed for. I think you're supposed to be sitting there with one screen on that and then another screen, going along with them, doing it with them, and I think that's a great way to learn.
Yeah,
If
because
you
I
can
mean, watching.
stop and go back.
Yeah. And like, bro, I've been kind of messing around with this stuff for a while. I'm like, I've had to pause videos and like message my buddy and wait 6 hours for a response. You know what I mean? To like
God, that's
understand. Sorry, what'd you say?
no, just I was that sucks. It's like when I was overseas and I had to do online courses. Yeah, I was the same way, right? You going to do a paper or whatever, you got a question for the instructor. It's dark 30 their time, so you got to wait for them to wake up, check their email, and get back to you. So it's always days in communication. I can relate. It blows.
Yeah, but hey, man, it's worth the battle. Like, I think I think it's pretty cool, man. Just like kind of knowing how all this stuff works. Some of it, like, it's kind of like heartbreaking, sort of like kind of like when you understand like the IPFS stuff, you're like, oh, it's like kind of hurts, but I don't know. I mean, people can still do the on-chain NFTs and all that, which I think are pretty cool. I'm like I don't know. I've been really interested in I think they're called like SVN files or something like that. They're like I don't even know how to like explain it, but I think it's something like they're like automatic, they're like AI like created or something. They're like simple basic shapes. Um, I don't know, but they're like small data files, and I think you can fit them on chain. So I'm trying to figure out like how to just like do it because I think that like it's cool. I think I heard Mr. Hoddle, he's always like I always hear him like asking people like, "Is your NFT on chain?" Like he's trying to like trip them up. you know?
Right,
Yeah.
right, because of all the details that he knows in the background. See, it's amazing what we learn and how your perception changes of all these things. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it's wild what what I feel like you guys all know so much more about like all the DeFi and stuff. So I'm always just like feeling like, oh, these guys know what they're talking like. So, but like it's crazy what we've all learned in like less than a year. Joe, I see
Oh,
your hands up. What's up, bro?
Hey, Sweeper, check your DMs. And I'm glad you mentioned that last little piece right there. You guys, just because we're up here chatting about a project or you look up on the big board and you see something on the big board, um, if you're a speaker in the room, you can post stuff up to the big board. Most of these things are actually everything that gets posted up there is a DYOR. Do your own research. Yeah, we may talk about it. We may be into it. I can tell you right now, there's at least a third of us that are in these rooms are considered like complete full-on degens. We've been known to throw money at stuff that dude, this just minted out. It was pretty much for free. Hurry, jump in here. We throw 40, $50 at it. The next day we find out, oh man, yeah, that whole project was a rug. That 40, $50 you threw in there, it's never coming back. So yeah, some of these things we've really gone through and we really have a bunch of information on. Other things, we're just putting it out there for the universe to do with it what it will. Please only invest money that you have and are willing to lose. And please do the basic little bit of research and figure some of this stuff out. You are truly the one responsible for your own bags. Stepping back.
Drewski from Possessed Pirates. My guy, how you doing?
I am loving life, man. If anybody hears from my Discord, they know we have secured next month's staking already. So at the same rates. So we're 3 months in sustainable already. You know, it hasn't started yet, but we got the crow for it through profits, not through mint funds.
Crazy question, Drewski. So I have a bunch of those chests. The chests are staking, right? Is it Crodex or?
Bro, you haven't been staking on Crodex?
Yeah, tell us about it. Tell me all about it, you know?
Oh, dude, man.
But like
people have been eating. There's only like 1,200 are minted. I don't know how many are like 1,280-ish are minted, right? Last time I checked, it was exactly 1,280. I know last time I checked the Crodex wallet, it was around 1,100 staked, give or take. I forget. And I don't know what the current APR is, but my whole community is loving it. It's got the low claim fee. I know people who are like wailing out and just loving the returns, even with the low floor. And then I did approach my community and I asked them, I said, do you guys want me to focus on pushing the mint or making this pool as sustainable as possible, draining the contract and begin our investing? And the founders voted to push the pool, say, forget pushing the mint, you know, let's eat these royalties ourselves. And I guess we kind of got slept on for a month, but people have been happy. But if you have any questions about it, man, it is staking on Crodex and it is in full swing. And I don't think there's going to be a pause this time. I've only refilled the pool once, so we've only had 2 months in, and there was a pause. I know Crodex operates off of German time, so everyone knows I live by Chicago, so there is a time zone difference for me and him.
So a little background about Possessed Pirates. Oh, sorry, Murphy. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to, if you got a pin, like a mint site pin, you can throw up.
Give me 1 second. Let me, because I dox through Crow Army, so it's they own the domain and stuff like that. It's you can go to my website. I did post a link. I think my website's on there, but it's possessedpirates.com, and there are links on the website that take you to my secondary sales on the Bisus. I think I haven't looked at the website for a while. I've been busy looking at charts and making profits for my community. I haven't been focused on the development side for the past 30 days. I've been focused on profits. So that's where my head's been. That's why I'm a little out of touch with what exactly, you know, my website looks like. But I know there are links to my mint on the website. There are links to my secondary sales for my OG drop. And I'm 99% certain there's a link for my treasure chest secondary sales through Visus as well.
Right. I mean, you can't. It's never a one-man show, right? That's why we got to focus on what we need to focus on. What's up, Sweets?
No, I just wanted a little background on Drewski and Possessed Pirates. So originally they made their collection on crowsea.art, and the pirates went extremely quickly. They're doing really, really well on Crowsea. He has the chest, they're minted out, correct, and they're staking on Crodex. And so I have a couple in the pool. And Drewski, thank you for talking about it, man.
They're not minted out. They're currently minting. There's 1,280 out of 2,000, give or take. Last time I checked a couple of days ago, so there is about 700 left up for grabs. And you know, when those are minted, those mint funds will not be put into the pool. They will be used for investments like we just did this month. and that will grow the pool. So that way, everything stays sustainable and people aren't just giving me money for me to slowly give it back to them. There's no point in that.
And Drewski's been around for a really, really long time. Sorry, companion, or loaded companion.
No, you're cool. What were you talking about when you were saying it like paused, or what? I don't really understand a lot of these like terms. So like what does that mean?
So once you fill the pool, and when the pool eventually, when it runs out, it's like just a refill type thing. Like you'd send like an e-transfer, just to refill the pool. Yeah, so it does happen in Crodex from time to time. They refill the pool at like all the pools at like a specific time, I guess. And Joe Q's got his hand up. What's up?
Hey, I'm sorry to switch the topic here for just a second. We can swing back. One of the things that I believe I have realized doing the Kronos Steakhouse, and I just had someone hit me up in the DMs. If you season once to twice a day, you need to do that like 6 times before you can pull any money out. You have to let it rest for a couple days before it's going to actually let you claim. For any of you that are doing the giveaway thing that's going on right now, if you take outside money in during this process, throw it in, it resets your counter from my understanding. So say you're letting it rest for 3 days and you throw some new money in, and then the next day you try to claim, it's not going to let you claim because you haven't seasoned for 6 times now. Just tossing that out there, and this is just my own like watch and review kind of thing, and I'm going to leave it right there. Step back. Please go back to the conversation you were having. Sorry.
No, I just want to reiterate that you're absolutely right, Joe. So the steakhouse, anytime you make a deposit, it resets the 6-1 lock, right? So you can season as much as you want, but anytime you make a deposit, right? Anytime you grill steak, when you click that button, it resets that timer. Okay, so you can season, you can claim, and it'll never reset. But anytime you go and make a new deposit, you want to try to make it on the same day that you did. So like my day is Friday. Every time I make a deposit, I make it on a Friday. Every time I do a claim, I make it on a Friday. So if you keep it the same day each time, it'll stay the same day. But if you want to participate in each day of this week or whatever for this competition that they got going on, just know that anytime you do grill steak, it'll reset the timer. Sorry, go ahead.
Right on, 100%. Yeah. Who is the heroes of Cronoxity? I have seen it before, but I don't know anything about it. It would be cool to hear,
Sup, guys.
I was just getting ready to call on him. I thought you had something else to say. I was going back to you.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. So we are a new project. I'm not new to the whole community, Kronos community itself, but the project, it is new. I come from this Undead Space Apes management. I am partnering up with Possessed Pirates to go ahead and launch this. It's gonna be a stealth launch at this point. So if you guys want to join our Discord, so that you guys can be early to the mint, since we're gonna do a open whitelist minting for only a day. The rest of the after that would be the public price for the mint, which would be 75 crow. So if you guys want to be part of the whitelisted, we have the Discord. I'm also doing a lot of giveaways before the mint and during the mint as well. We have a big list, almost 40 different giveaways that we have available for our mentors and for our community. What else? Our whole first album that we're dropping, it's a total of 3,000 euros. Some of the utility would be getting passive income from our secondary sales and our stakes
profits, which will be paid in Crow and in USDC. So one part is going to be paid in USDC so that we have a stable coin payment, and the other one will be our native drop coin, which is going to be Chronos. We are a multi blockchain NFT because we are verified on some other blockchains that we're gonna start dropping some utility or something that pulls in people to our main focus, which is Chronos. But since we are verified on the other um, blockchains, we wanted to go ahead and take that as an advantage to go ahead and grow our community outside of Chronos as well. So we're looking forward into that. Once we finish minting on Chronos, we'll drop some more information on the other blockchains and the partners we have made already. What else can I tell you guys? We have the Heroes VIP Pass. Some of our partnered projects have some of them given out to the people, and with that, it's only 50 passes. I'm giving away 50 free heroes. So each one of those passes will get a hero. So if you guys can go ahead and take a look into that, we have that as well. And that's about it. I believe I have more info, but if you guys ask some questions, I can go ahead and refresh my memory. But we got a lot of going on. It is a 3-point roadmap. We're working with the heroes first, which is the 1.0. So we have the whole roadmap already um, planned out. That way, we never have a pause in our advancements. So if we finish with the 1.0, we'll start on 2.0 and so on until 3.0. But I believe that's going to be, taking some time since our roadmaps have a lot of goals in them. So thank you.
Sounds good, man. Hey, Mr. Hoddle. Miss you, buddy. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Real quick, normally I would be coming up here to ask you some questions, heroes of Chronoxity, but today I don't have the time. I'm sorry. Real quick, I got to get back to cooking some barbecue stuff, but I'm in the works of putting together some poker games in the future coming. I've mentioned it to a couple people. I'm trying to go and do a trial run tonight. You mind if I throw that tweet up top for some people so they can see what's going on for tonight, real quick?
Oh, please do. Help yourself.
All right, cool. Just give me 1 second here, guys.
And New America shot you the co-host, right? The co-host. We need the room. What's up, Supreme? How you doing, buddy?
Good, Murph. How are you, mate? Just want to say well done on your hosting today. It's been a good, eventful jungle. And but kudos to you, man. You need really good community members. Any projects really need good community members, and it probably goes back to where we started. Is like what drives these projects is its communities. So let's just keep building communities, and these projects will keep building.
Thanks, guys. I threw it up top. We have poker night at the Burrow tonight. I'm just gonna go through in the general voice chat and kind of hang out with people and get a vibe as to how it's working, and we can all conversate at the same time and kind of just get an understanding for it and get an understanding for how this can work and what's the best way to move forward for everybody to have fun. So if you want to be there, man, it's 9:00 tonight EST. I'd love to see as many people as we can get in there. You don't have to hold any Meerkat. You don't even have to hold an NFT. And the future of it will be you'll get a free NFT if you win. So, I mean, and like I said, no entry. Just come on by. Have some fun.
What's up? We love the free stuff. And back to Supreme. And I expect to see pictures of what you're grilling too, Mr. Hall. So
I got that. All right, I'll put them out there. I'll put them out there today when I'm done. Come through the Burrow and check Cat Life. I'll post it in there.
We can do that. So yeah, back to Supreme. The community is amazing. Yeah, meeting in Discord of the lab. It's just it comes full circle, right? And we got to stand behind each other.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a hot mic from Pusex.
Sorry there, Pusex. I think I'm gonna shoot you a little mute. Like if you're trying to talk, please unmute. But New America, what's up, buddy? Sorry, I had to give you that co-host. We were out of the room.
Oh, it's all good, man. Shout out to everybody in the room. How's it going? I definitely got a question about the Thunder Grill. What's today's? Today's Saturday. Yesterday, I seasoned and served dinner again. This was my second time serving. Last time I served dinner, it was pretty good. I think I had a hiccup one time. I think I DM'd you, Murph, and something happened the next day. It all generated in my wallet all the thunder the rewards I had got. But yesterday I seasoned and served dinner, and I'm almost at a 4-ounce steak, and it only gave me 3.66 thunder as a reward. And I said, well, maybe it's doing the same thing. I'll give it a day. Maybe something's going to generate, but I've seasoned again today, and it's still at 3 thunder. Like I should have gotten way more than that, I thought. I'm sure it's something I may have did wrong. Give me any elaboration on it?
No, I mean not without you. If you could send me a hash, so I can maybe look at it on the blockchain or something. Other than that, I wouldn't know. I'd have to see what's going on. Like I've never come to any problems like that on my end, and I just use it like a user too. So, but now what I did notice yesterday was I tried to make a few buys on the Thunder token, and I'm not sure why it didn't work out, but like it wouldn't populate on the deck screener. So I went to Chronoscan, and I saw that each buy was increasing in the amount of, of thunder that I was getting, right? So I see that the price or decreasing the amount of thunder I was getting. So the price was actually increasing with each buy. So I see that the system's working, but it just wasn't registering on Deck Screener. And then all of a sudden, it just did, and out of nowhere. So I don't know. It was like really, really delayed. I'm not sure if that's causing a problem, but I've never really witnessed what you've witnessed. So I'd like to see it if you could. So you're seasoning each day, and
Yeah,
then
it's twice a
the
day.
7th day, and you got a 4-ounce steak, and you're only getting 3 thunder in a serve.
Well, this is my second serve since I've been grilling. The first serve did pretty good far as the rewards go. And being that I jumped over 3 ounces, I was like, well, let me serve again. And when I served, the rewards was 3.66 thunder. And I was like, wow, like I know I should have gotten way more than that, I thought, but that's what it was. And that was yesterday. And like I say, maybe it was a delay because it
And
happened
what
the
did it
first.
say that you were supposed to be getting before you serve? Like right before you serve, it tells you how much you should be getting. Right there is your rewards. What was that number? So wait a minute. Are you seasoning first and then serving right after?
Yes, that's what I did.
Okay. So what you did was that big chunk of money, that big chunk of thunder that you wanted to serve, you actually compounded first, and then you just served the 3 thunder that it generated in the seconds that it had been. So yeah, you just compounded and then served again. Like unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you'll have to wait until next week. So here's what I want you to do. Only season tomorrow. So yesterday was your claim day, Friday, so it's the same as mine. So season today, season tomorrow, season Monday, and season Tuesday. And do not season again until Friday evening. You don't season, you just serve. Okay? Don't season Friday, just serve Friday. And then season again on Saturday.
Can I add a
Okay,
little
see,
bit to that, Murphy?
I knew I was screwing something up. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
New America, try this because a 4-ounce steak should be cost effective to do this. If you, when that steak gets to about 5,000 thunder, go ahead and season it. Now it should hit that area
No.
probably.
When he's meaning when your reward gets to 5,000 thunder, season
Right.
it. That's what he's
When you
referring
look at it and it says the pending reward is 5,000 thunder, go ahead and season. And then in about 8 hours or so, when it says it's back up to 5,000 thunder, don't wait the full 24. Go ahead and season again. If you do that 3 times in a row and you season like that for 2 days and then you let it rest for those other 4 or 5 days, and actually do that for 3 days. So there should be like up to 9 times that you've seasoned. Let it rest for the next 3, 4 days. And it'll build a nice little bag of thunder there. Like Murphy said, claim it the next time. And you can always test, guys, if you're not sure whether or not you've seasoned enough, go ahead and hit that claim button. And it's going to say, do you want to approve this transaction? Well, if you have not seasoned enough or you have not let it rest enough, because I want to say that after you season 6 times, you need to let it rest for 24 hours before you can claim. It really is a 7-day process or a 7 action process, not just a 6. It will tell you, error, cannot complete this if it's wrong. If it says, okay, good to go, it's going to cost you X amount, but you don't want to serve that small amount, reject the approval, let it go out for the next 3, 4, 5 days, build that big bag of thunder right there in your pending rewards, claim it when you want it. Stepping back.
Wow, Joe, you can explain something the most absolute complicated way. We love you, brother.
Well, I'm trying to say, I think we found a loophole that shouldn't really be there.
What?
But
seasoning more often? That's not a loophole. That's a built-in. That's in every grill.
I believe you're only supposed to be able to grill or season once a day to build your compound up.
No, you can in any grill. You can season on any baked beans fork. You can season more than once a day.
Yeah, I've been seasoning twice a day.
It just matters. It only matters when it becomes uncost effective, right? If you're only seasoning 50 cents, right, and you're paying 25 cents to do that in Crow in their transaction fee, doesn't make sense to do that. So what Joe's saying is just let it ride a little more until it builds up some. But the what I was talking about is just more of a low maintenance, right? So this steakhouse can be high maintenance, to say the least. You got to remember to come back to it each day, every day, right? So it's mine's big enough to where all I do is season like 3 or 4 times a week, and like Joe said, and then let it ride and get that little big bag up. And then when I serve, if I have the Crow from any other things that I've done during the week, I'll just pair it up and provide liquidity in the Crow Thunder pool. And then if I don't have the Crow, just trade half of it for Crow and then provide liquidity for people to trade. But I bet if you follow those, New America, you're going to have a nice little chunk next Friday.
Oh yeah, I got my new strategy now. Thanks, Joe. No doubt.
right, you stupid Mike. Sorry about that. I was unclear, I guess, to the details last week when we talked about it, but I'm glad we got that worked out. So what's up, Supreme? How you been doing, buddy? I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't talked to you in a long time.
Pretty good. Just trying to keep on top of all those different passive income plays, much like you're speaking about with the steakhouse and those daily tasks that we undertake. And it's just once it becomes habit, like you might pick a particular time that you do it every day, and then you just go through all those different blockchains or whatever, and just go do those tasks, be it claim, be it pollinate, be it season, whatever it may be. But it's work for sure. Work keeping on top of it.
Super work. You know what I've done? You know what I did? So I took my browser and I've set I got the bookmarks all across the top of all the different things, my daily tasks. So each one, right? So there's the steakhouse, there's Bloom, there's the Croge River, there's the baby hop game, all my little daily interactions. I've made each one is a tab on the browser. So every morning before I go to work, that's what I do.
Nice. So you just leave them all open and then you just go ahead and click each one, and then you've done them all when you get to the end of it.
Right. So it's just the bar across the top is all the bookmarked websites, all the, so if there's Hop Swap, all the ones that I know I got to do each day. It's just a little friendly reminder of each step that has to be done. Because, I'm like you. I did so many, I can't remember if I don't do that.
Yeah, it's a really good system. Does anyone else sort of put things into use spreadsheets and that sort of thing, keeping on top of stuff?
Well, and now spreadsheets, that depends on how much I'm invested in. If I just threw $50 at a wall and hope it stuck, I tend not to. I just set it, forget it. But now there's the ones that I'm paying attention to. My big plans, definitely, do up the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet is an easy thing to whip up pretty quickly, and it tracks things and it'll add things how you want it to, and it's pretty. I like it once you learn how to use
it. Yeah, absolutely. They can be pretty daunting. The first few steps are long, but then once you get through those steps, then it's pretty easy. It's like any new task. Once you learn how to do it, they become another really useful tool in the in this DeFi life that we live.
Yeah, I love Excel. I don't know how I could live without it. I just played around with it at work one time and had to track different things, and then I found out that you can put formulas in it, and oh wow, that's a game changer once you learn how to use the formulas. Makes for interesting investment strategies when you can see numbers like that generate over time and actually see how an APY could work. It's neat.
Yeah, and then probably what I like about it the most is just like working towards getting your return on investment back, and then once you've got that back, then you can filter then you can just go into you can work through your compounding or filter any sort of profits into another project, and then work on getting your ROI back on that project, and then just keep recycling through, and next thing you know, you're playing with house money all the way through.
House money. It's like my favorite DeFi term. Favorite DeFi term. We are coming up on our third and final 420, ladies and gentlemen. If you got anything pressing, like the Mr. Two-A-Day usually says, to pop on up here, hit that request button. Let us know what you got. A little bit of market update. We'll start at the most important, right? So Thunder is 0.002, not doing too bad. The BOC token is doing fairly well. Looks like it has leveled off. It saw some pretty good action. It's leveled off right at 0.0031 for now. Let's see. Dark Crystal has popped up back over peg, 0.13, which makes the mine token at $5 because people are buying that up, seeing a nice little pump because that means that once Dark Crystal goes over peg, the Dark Room, which is their boardroom, is going to print. Let's see, Crow MMF looks like it leveled off right about 3.5 cents. SVN's over peg at 4 cents. So M shares going, yes, it is going up a little bit at 144. HKN 0.038, which is a little above. So MTT is pumping as well a little bit. So Poly MMF is riding sideways at about 41 cents. Poly MMO about the same at $4.3. Yeah. So that's how the market looks.
I guess SVN has had that little bit of a rally on the back of the news of that of the use case in the game for Mad Sax, eh?
Oh yeah, see, I've been out of touch for a week. I haven't heard any news.
Well, I'm not the one to ask. Too bad Mr. Hoddle's not in town, but yeah, they did recently make an announcement. I don't know the exact details, but of adding utility to SVN, and I think that's what's happened with the market with it popping up over peg.
I mean, anything that gets it up over peg, right? It's a wonderful thing. I know a lot of folks that have M shared that are hurting on that token. So anything that they can pop it up and those individuals can maybe pull a little profits. Mad token is one I forgot, 52 cents, which is buy for sure. Bitcoin hit 20. The O was 19.9. We are still falling, ladies and gentlemen. ETH at 1467. And of course, USDC is going great. That's always a bad sign. Matic sitting at their 80 cents, 79 cents. Not too bad. But it is a bear market. We got bad macro issues going on, and these things happen. I think we're going to see a nice little turn, maybe at least a nice little pump when the November stuff starts coming closer. But we will see. We will see. Wow. Y'all just going to leave me hanging right here at the end of the show. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Nah, bro, I was wondering what you guys like. What's your whole sentiment on the market in general? Like, how bad do you think we're about to bleed?
I think you're going to see just this little bit of sell-off here. The market's trying to price in all the bad news that's been coming in to play, but there's always a lot of money sitting on the sidelines just waiting for that, that one thing of news to happen, right? And then you see these pumps come out of nowhere. It's a typical bear market, in my opinion. A lot of it's going to go sideways. A lot of it's going to come up and down. You're just going to see a lot of volatility either way. If you have the time and you can sit around and play that day trader thing, I feel like there's a lot of money to be made out there. But there's a lot of us that don't. I got a 9 to 5 that goes from usually 6 to 12 a.m. But whatever, it is what it is. So I got to do a lot of set it, forget it investments. But that's the way I feel anyway.
Yeah, no, man. What were you the one who was saying something about the Tether was doing something like a lockup on the funds, or was that Joe or?
I said it. I mentioned it, but I don't know a lot about it. I saw something in the news that Tether was doing some kind of lockup, and that a Bitcoin sell-off was to be expected, and looks like either it's being reacted to or it's happening. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, and there was the I think the Mt. Gox Bitcoin. Oh shit, there's about to be. I think they started getting released on the 28th. I just looked at the calendar. It's the 27th. I think they start getting released on the 28th, so those might start dumping too. But I'm trying to ask myself in my head, like, what if we already went through like peak capitulation? Like, did we already go through like? I can't figure out if like the whole tether crash was that the peak of the fear? Was that the scariest it was, and now we might take a leg down, but it was over? Or is there more than the tether crash coming, or
I don't
the
like to
Terra Luna?
speculate. I don't like to speculate, but in my experience, um, what usually can go wrong will go wrong. So I always expect something bad to happen. You know what I'm saying? And prepare for that as best I can, and then just hope for the best. The only thing we can really do is, if you're bullish on crypto at all, position yourself for the next bull run ahead of time, and sit and ride it out. Like, what else? There's not too many options other than sitting around and talking about it.
Yeah, did you run with a stop loss, or are you just gonna hold through the nonsense?
Say again.
Like, do you run with like a stop loss to say, like, if Crow hit, like, I don't know, like 9 cents or something, you'd liquidate? Or
No, that requires way too much attention. I invest. I'm not, that I can afford to lose, and I'm gonna ride it till it till it busts or I get rich. One of the
yeah,
two. I'll either have a bunch of
no.
stories and be broke, or have a bunch of stories and be rich. It'll be one of the other.
Man, that's the way to do it for real. I, at least from my experience, it's like you hold on to like crypto for a year and a half, 2 years, and then there's a 2 week period where you get to unload it. You know what I mean? When it's pumping, kind of thing, and then that's it. Then you're in the like right now we're in another. At least I hate to say it, but I think we're in like another year and a half, 2 year kind of sideways period where it might be choppy, but
I absolutely agree, and I didn't want to. I don't like to create hopium whatsoever. I think it's going to last a while. I think we're going to be here for a while. I think it's going to open itself up to some wonderful prices, and that's why I've been working my ass off at real work, at real life work, so I can get as many bills as I can paid off, and that way I can put as much money into crypto as I can. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. Happy 420, our last and final 420. It's been great. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much for all your patience with me, putting up with the bad hosting skills. We will not be hosting a space tomorrow. I would like to extend, that support out to Chronoballs, because he's holding that big space. Got a lot of important stuff going on there, and he needs all the support. So I wanted to support him there. And then, of course, Alpha will be back Monday morning, and you can get, your dose of all of that. And he'll fill us in on this little trip, and hopefully everything will go right back to normal. So thank you all for, hanging out with me today, putting up with my bad hosting, getting me all caught up on everything that I missed out on. And we will see you here tomorrow in the Chronoball space, and then bright and early for Coffee and Crow. I don't want to mimic the great closing, right? Because that's his thing, not mine. But the important parts are: own your keys, own your crypto. It's DeFi. Never tell your seed phrase to anybody. Write it in ink, laminate it, store it somewhere safe. And if you don't remember it, I hope you put it somewhere where somebody finds it later in 1,000 years, they can get rich. See you Monday morning. Bye.
Caca.
Pew, pew, pew.